Hi, this is Robert Wilkins, aka BasketballTall, and your BT dispatcher, bringing to you some of the latest headline news and commentary. But today, it's about a household figure that we all know. Some can say he's controversial, but then again, a lot of us like hearing his commentary. And his name is Stephen A. Smith, someone who rose from poverty and of course has become a worldwide figure. And today, I've got a story that you want to hear. It's news, it's headline news. Inside Stephen A. Smith's nears $40 million a year bonanza as he launches into political prime time. Stephen A. possibly considering politics? Who would have thought that? But then again, he has been dabbing his finger in the political arena lately, has he? Let's read further. Stephen A. Smith is already probably the most influential sports commentator in the media game. His salary proves it, as he is pushing $40 million a year in earnings, sources briefed on his contract told The Athletic. His ESPN deal totals 5 years and $105 million, while his new Sirius XM contract for 3 years and $36 million, according to the sources. The $33 million per year base from his two main employers, combined with the revenue from the YouTube channel and podcast, will result in him approaching $40 million a year. Wow. Don't you wish you could make $40 million a year? What about $1 million a year? What about 500,000? Only in America, baby. Let's read further. Smith is in a class of his own in sports media yearly earnings among personalities who never played professionally. He joins the likes of Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, who have transformed their legendary on-field careers into hundreds of millions in sports media earning power. Brady is in his second season of a 10-year, $375 million deal with Fox Sports to call games and have several other side media projects, while Manning's Omaha Productions was valued at $800 million when it recently sold a 10% stake. This is the neighborhood where Smith resides in sports media. Smith, 57, has been mentioned as a potential future presidential candidate, but that job paid $400,000 a year. It seems highly unlikely he would attempt that for a while, if ever. He is entrepreneurial and wants to expand his horizon in business and in the opinion game. He has been into politics for a little while, sharing his thoughts on his podcast, along with appearances on Fox News, News Nation, and other forums. Ultimately, Smith wants a big voice in politics as he has in sports. Now, I've seen him on News Nation with Como and some others. And in this political climate, I don't know about that. But let's read further. Tonight, Smith will launch his new 2-hour weekly Sirius XM political talk show called Straight Shooter with Stephen A. on the platform's bipartisan POTUS Political of the United States channel. Though this new project continues the trend in which Smith never seems to stop talking, he did decline, through a spokesperson, to be interviewed for this column. In sports, Smith spends years grinding on the beat and wrote columns, and he still considers himself a reporter. In politics, Smith has no known real expertise, which does not make him unique in the genre. What he does have, after more than 2 decades on ESPN, is the ability to deliver words in a way that resonates. Say that again. While he arrives in politics as a man worth hundreds of millions, his backbone was built during a queen's childhood, which he had described being poor and hungry. He has experienced both ends of the tax bracket. Only in America, baby, that you can be a peasant and then rise to stardom and can even be one of the richest people in the world. That's in America. Let's go forward. In political talk, as in sports, Smith understands to make a point with an edge. Ain't that the truth? He nearly always takes a position, as decisive takes are much more digestible than gray ones. In politics, Smith has a little bit of an advantage over incumbent political commentators who predictably always side with the right or the left. Smith has characterized himself as a facial conservative who is socially liberal. and he has made it a point to criticize both the Democratic Party and President Trump. It was Biden in office when a full-fledged war against Ukraine took place, courtesy of Russia's instigation, Smith said last month during a segment with his friend Sean Hannity on Fox News. He and Sean Hannity are good friends? Let's read further. During the spot, Smith said that Hannity schools him more on politics than the other way around. "Sports is my lane," said Smith. "I'm venturing into politics. Politics is your lane." But he was quick to tell Hannity that he will call him out. Smith has long figured out that to be the top dog in talk, you have to go after the leaders in the field. Well, I don't know about that. With all these late night talk show hosts getting canceled and fear, basically political. But let's read further. "As I venture into this lane, it is important that you know what you know. And you don't know what you don't know," he said. "When you know stuff and then you omit it on purpose, I'm going to have an issue with that." Smith voted for Kamala Harris, but after Trump's inauguration, Smith said he felt like a damn fool for not doing so, adding that Harris would not have won a real primary. Go with your gut, go how you feel, go what you believe, and stop jumping sides. Smith has already emerged as a notable voice in politics, to go along with his well-established prominence in sports talk. From 10 noon ET Daily, he continues on ESPN's First Take, and after an hour for lunch, it is a sports talk show from 1 to 3 p.m. ET on Sirius XM. On many nights, he adds his YouTube show that addresses everything from sports to politics to anyone who criticizes him. With annual earnings approaching $40 million, he has created a lucrative and growing business. Stephen A. Smith. Boy, he's been around for quite a while now. I think he may have the longest run. No, I think Berman with the football has him outnumbered on that. But still, 20 years in the television business is an astounding feat in itself. 20 years on ESPN, and as we know, Stephen Smith has that loud voice, you know how he overpowers everybody. But I noticed when I watched him on the Como show on News Nation, and yeah, he's still loud, but then again, he's not in his lane. But I've seen him learn, and it can be very controversial. And I know a lot of people don't like that. But for him to leave sports, or even to stay in sports and to venture into politics, Stephen A., that's not your lane. It's a brutal profession to be in. And in today's time, with all the chaos and division that's going on, I don't think you want to go there, because everybody will be eating you up for lunch every day. They will try to overturn every skeleton in everybody's closet, including your grandparents, just try to get to you. So Stephen A., you're doing well. I listen to you, I watch you. Sometimes, hey, let's be real, I don't agree with you like so many others, but we still like to hear what you have to say. Stick with sports and other commentary matters, but don't dabble into politics. Robert Wilkins, aka BasketballTall, also your BT dispatcher. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. Also, go ahead and share with others, and subscribe if you haven't done already, because it's free. And if you like my t-shirt here, you can see the Basketball and Tall. You're welcome to look in the description below. You can order it from there, or you can go to my website, BasketballTall.com. Until next time, stick with me, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to bring you a lot more fascinating news, stories, and commentary, and it can be with a different flavor. See you next time.